Welcome to Trivia Clips, where rock legends collide and history gets loud. Today we dive into a battle straight from the heart of Seattle, Nirvana versus Pearl Jam. One burned out in tragedy, the other built a legacy that still echoes today. But who truly spoke for a generation? Let's break it down with 15 explosive facts that'll help you decide. Here comes part 1. And trust us, you'll want to stick around for part 2. Let's get started. 1. Did Nirvana really kill hair metal with just one song? Absolutely. When Smells Like Teen Spirit dropped in 1991, the music world changed overnight. Gone were the flashy solos and glam. It was all about raw sound and honest emotion. Radio stations replaced glam rock with grunge in just weeks. MTV went full Seattle mode. Nirvana didn't ask for the spotlight. They ripped it from everyone else. That song wasn't a hit. It was a revolution, and Cobain became the reluctant voice of a generation. 2. Was Pearl Jam really the anti-Nirvana of grunge? In a way, yes. While Nirvana was chaotic and unpredictable, Pearl Jam was steady and grounded. Eddie Vedder brought depth and introspection instead of self-destruction. They refused to play the fame game, often fighting with labels and avoiding music videos. Pearl Jam stood for integrity, activism, and connection. They weren't trying to be cool, they were being real. And fans respected that. Their rebellion came through resistance, not rage. Brain 3. Was Cobain's songwriting really that influential? Totally. Cobain had a gift for turning pain into poetry, blending simplicity with brutal honesty. Songs like Lithium and Something in the Way felt like diary pages screamed into a mic. His lyrics weren't polished, they were raw and imperfect, just like the world he saw. He made sadness sound loud and silence sound powerful. Even today, his words hit like emotional bombs. Cobain didn't just write songs, he wrote truths, and people listened. 4. How did Pearl Jam fight back against the system? One word: Ticketmaster. Pearl Jam openly boycotted the ticket giant in the 90s. They claimed fans were being overcharged and fought to create an alternative tour system. It almost destroyed their career, but they didn't care. They believed music should be for the people, not corporations. It was a bold, risky move that made headlines. Pearl Jam didn't just sing about rebellion, they lived it, and that built deep fan loyalty. 5. Was Kurt Cobain's death really the end of Nirvana? Yes, Nirvana ended the moment Kurt pulled the trigger in 1994. There was no replacing him, no moving forward as a band. His death symbolized the loss of innocence in 90s rock. It shook fans to the core and changed music history. It turned Nirvana from a band into a legacy. Cobain didn't want to be a star, but became an eternal icon. His silence still echoes louder than most albums. 6. Is Pearl Jam the longest-lasting grunge band? Yes. While most of their peers faded or broke apart, Pearl Jam kept going. They've released over 11 studio albums and toured for decades. Their sound evolved without losing authenticity. They proved you can survive success without selling your soul. They outlived the grunge explosion and became a rock institution. Pearl Jam aged like fine wine, gritty, deep, and bold. Longevity became their greatest protest. Television 7. Did Nirvana hate being famous? More than anything, Cobain felt trapped by the fame he never wanted. He hated the media's obsession with him and hated being labeled a spokesman. He believed fame corrupted music and poisoned creativity. He lashed out in interviews, and even their MTV Unplugged was anti-celebrity in tone. Nirvana's rise was explosive, but also painful. They were too real for the system they entered, and that made their fame feel like a curse. 8. Did Pearl Jam redefine what a band could be? Yes. They refused to play by industry rules and let their music do the talking. They avoided overexposure and focused on their fans, not their image. Eddie Vedder even stopped giving interviews for years. They built a community, not a brand. Pearl Jam concerts became gatherings, not just shows. Their loyalty to their art and people was unmatched. They didn't rise to fame. They stood still and let fame come to them. That's just the beginning of this epic showdown. We've seen rebellion, tragedy, and revolution, but the best is yet to come. Click now for part 2, where we uncover more facts that could change your final decision. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Trivia Clips, because the battle's far from over.